Good evening, guys, and happy Wednesday to all your sunshiny faces. I don't remember what day it was because I told you guys how I've been waking up early, and in doing so, since Friday of last week, I like wind up feeling like, you know, it's so much later in the week, I think, than it really is. Like yesterday, even on Monday, I was like, or maybe it was yesterday, I don't know, whatever day it was. It feels like it was much later or earlier in the week than I think it is, but I think it was yesterday. I was like, it feels like it's like Friday already, and I'm like, no, it's only, you know, Tuesday. And now today I was feeling the same thing too. I'm like, oh, it feels like it's Friday. And I was like, no, like it's just because of the amount of stuff I think I've been getting done, and like getting up so early, I just feel like there's a lot more time in my day. Even though like that's not the case, even if when I like go to bed early, I'm not oversleeping. Like I'm still getting the same amount of sleep, but it's just because I'm awake more time, like for more time than like the sun is, I guess. You know, like the sun's not out for very, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not out for very long, but you know, like I'm awake more once it goes down, whereas like again too, I'm only awake for a few hours after the sun goes down, especially right now in the summertime. You know, and so I go to bed, you know, like earlier, and you know, again, I'm awake for more time of like the actual sunlight. And so I feel like just because of that, I don't know, it feels different, and you know, in getting up early. But again too, it's like I get the same amount of sleep if I just go to bed late and I wake up early. Well, not wake up early, but like, you know, I wake up late, but it's the same amount of time. Like, you know, I'm still getting like 7 or 8 hours of sleep. It's just I'm going to bed late. So but it just feels different, like, you know, again, getting up early. So like I said, I'm happy though about that, because I feel like I'm actually getting more things done. Like I just feel, I don't want to say more productive, but like I just feel not as cranky either. Like I feel like I'm cranky when I'm actually going to bed late, and like waking up late. And again too, I don't think it has anything to do so much with like my sleeping or anything like that. It's just more that, you know, I feel frustrated in myself, I think, when I wake up late. And you know, when I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you know, it's 10, 11 o'clock, whatever, like I'm getting up, it just feels like my day's gone already. And so that's how I start my day off, is by feeling like the day's almost over. Whereas when I get up early at, you know, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, you know, I feel like, which again, that's early for me, and that's the time that I like to get up. You know, anything much earlier than that, and then I'd have to go to bed super early, and I don't like to be the first person to sleep in the house either. Normally that'll probably always be my dad. He goes to bed around 8 o'clock, just because he gets up for work at 3 in the morning. But you know, again too, just because of that, you know, I don't like to be one that misses out on things either. Like, you know, if the whole house is still kind of awake at night, I don't want to be the first person to sleep. You know, I feel like I'm again missing out. And so you know, but I also again too don't, you know, I feel like that's a good time for me. That's like my ideal time to get up, is around like 8 or 9 o'clock. I still feel like rested, but I still, you know, and I can stay up late enough to, again, to like tonight, catch the Cubs game that was, you know, ended up going kind of late. I think it went till about 11 o'clock, only because they're playing in like California right now, so it's like 8 o'clock. I think actually game started like 8:30, and again too, it went until around like 11 o'clock or so. I think that was around the time. But you know, again, because of that, I just, you know, like I can still stay up late enough to watch that without feeling like I'm falling asleep by, you know, 10, 11 o'clock at night. And you know, so I can, like I said, you know, and enjoy things too. If it was like, oh, we're gonna stay up to watch a movie, you know, whatever, I'm not, you know, falling asleep or, you know, something like that, because I can't stay awake because I've been going to bed, you know, like, or waking up or super early. Like if I'm waking up at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, I'll probably be falling asleep by, you know, like 10 o'clock at night. And you know, I probably wouldn't, you know, like I said, be able to stay up for, you know, like a whole movie, or, you know, again, to stay up to watch a Cubs game, or, you know, again, whatever that might be. And so like I said, I think that's just my ideal time, and the time that I like to get up. And so when I do, I feel better about it, you know, instead of being like, oh, I feel like I overslept, you know. And then, like I said, I just kind of get frustrated in myself, or, you know, just kind of like get down, or feel like the day's wasted already, and so maybe I'm not as productive. And like, and going into that, kind of, I know that, so like I already feel like, you know, like the day is over, you know, kind of. So like I said, I've been liking getting up early at least. And even though today I ended up spending some time with Jack actually actually out in the living room. We were watching TV and playing, he was actually working on something else, but I was playing the Spider-Man game for the PlayStation, because Jack has been like all excited about the new Spider-Man game that's coming out. I guess the Spider-Man 2, although like, I don't know, I keep thinking like the Miles Morales one is like the second one, and Jack's like, no, that the title of the new Spider-Man one that's supposed to come out, I think maybe in the fall or something like that, he's like, no, that Spider-Man 2, like, you know, but I'm like, I feel like the second one, even though it's like a spin-off or whatever, kind of, I just keep calling it that one the second one, and the new one that's supposed to be coming out the third one. But because I tried to play it like 3 or 4 times, and every single time I couldn't get past like the very beginning of it, and finally, like, it was a little bit of a learning curve, just because I feel like I'm not so used to like the play style. Those aren't really the type of games that I play all that often, and so again, the like combat and like that kind of stuff was just like different for me to learn. So once I kind of grasp it, I was like, I can actually, like, it's not that difficult. And so while my parents were gone on, you know, their vacation, it was just me and Jack at home. I was actually playing that because Jack's like, oh, you want to try it again? Nobody else was here, and so we weren't really doing anything anyway. We were just kind of like watching TV, and he's like, oh, you want to try playing it again? And I was like, okay, you know, because he showed me the trailer for, again, the new one that's coming out. So I was like, maybe I'll try it again. And I did, and so I actually finished the whole story in like, I think the weekend after my parents came home, which was like maybe last week or something like that. And so now I've just been kind of like finishing up some of the other stories, and like I think we have the DLC for it and stuff like that. And so like I said, I was kind of just playing that today, so and it wasn't that long, but like, you know, I spent some time doing that and didn't maybe get to quite as much stuff. But me and Jack had already planned on doing that, like it was our thing, like, you know, I think he said it on Monday or Tuesday maybe. He was like, oh, you want to play on Wednesday? And so like we kind of had that already set, so I knew that. So like I said, I didn't get to quite as much today as I had wanted to. I still uploaded. I uploaded 4 vlogs today. I did dishes and laundry. I edited, but I only edited 2 vlogs. I also finished making my grocery list for all of the stores. We didn't end up going to Meijer or Aldi's today because my dad's off work tomorrow, but he has to bring the car in. And then he's going to be gone somewhere. And then, well, he's gone though. I mean, my mom can't go to Meijer then because we won't have a car. And so, because my dad's taking it in, so we at least can't go until my dad ends up getting back and gets back with the car. And so it's most likely where I will be going like after that. Probably we could have gone today. However, the big kind of goal was that we wanted to get some more of the upstairs stuff done. So tomorrow, hopefully, I'm going to try and get up early again as well, so I can get to some things earlier in the day. And then, you know, again, like at some point, well, still hopefully my plan is to get up early while it's cooler out so that I can work upstairs. Because what we ended up doing was my dad cut a few pieces of plywood for like the subfloor that is upstairs, like the plywood floor, and so he ended up cutting some of that. We got it laid down. We got the wall that we're building secured upstairs as well. The one that we just ended up, like, my dad took it down and we literally moved it because we're expanding the one spot where into this little like cubby nook section kind of. So my dad secured that, and then like I said, put all the plywood floor down. So tomorrow what I'm going to do is either probably do all the pilot holes for that so that we can zip the screws in and secure it down. So that's my goal for tomorrow, but I want to do it while it's cooler out because it was a little warm up there today, and it was actually cool out today. And I think honestly on Friday and Saturday, or maybe Sunday and Monday or something like that, at some point kind of over the weekend, it's supposed to get down to where the high is only going to be like 60 degrees. It's going to be a little chilly, and then it looks like it's supposed to work its way back up into like being again in the 80s, which like I think it was maybe like low 80s today, but like by the afternoon it was kind of chilly out. But like during the day it's warm, and my dad keeps messing with the like thermostat. And so like today we were all sitting out in the living room and I was like, is anybody else hot? And my mom's like, yeah, like, you know, that my dad had turned the thermostat down. And I was like, are you serious? I was like, so he's gone at work and we're all roasting in the house because like apparently it was too cold last night. But like if the thermostat's set at the temperature, like just leave it at the temperature. Like, and if it gets too cold, like again too, it's kind of chilly a little bit right now in the house. Like I threw like, again, this long sleeve on, but you know, but like by tomorrow it'll be nice because it'll help keep the house cool while it's cooler now. And then tomorrow, like during the day, it'll, you know, kind of, you know, again, stay at that temperature versus like it's hot and then it's like hot again and then it's not like cooling down. And so, like, you know, again, like, and I personally like to sleep when it's, like, I can't sleep very well when it's warm out. Like, and when it's warm in my room. I need it to be very, like, fairly chilly out. So again, it was warm upstairs though on the second floor because we have no air conditioning right now because again too we're doing all this construction and projects and all this kind of stuff. So like I said, we've got, you know, some things that we needed to get done, but we got stuff done today, which was really awesome. Like I said, getting the plywood cut and laid out, and we got 3 more pieces put down, or maybe we got 4 pieces actually put down, I think. That, like I said, I can zip screws all in tomorrow, and well, I'm going to try and see if I can do that and do the pilot holes at least, because that's what I was doing before, and then my dad just came by and zipped all the screws in. But I honestly think that I can probably do it so long as everything's aligned, which was exactly how he left it. So like I said, I actually think that I'll probably be able to do it. It's just, it's going to take me a while because like I said, it's 4 sheets of plywood and they're 4 by 8, I think is what we were using. So and like I said, a couple of them were cut, but not very much of it was cut off. So that's a lot of square footage that I need to cover and get all the screws down in. So anyways, like I said, we got to that today, which was really awesome, like extra stuff. And then also too, getting the grocery list done for today. So I finished it for all the stores. So like I even finished Jewel and the coupons and like all that kind of stuff. So everything's like good to go. If whenever we decide we're going to the stores, you know, all that kind of stuff. So like I said, I've been on top of things this week. It's just again too, like today I felt less productive than I did yesterday because I was like, I got 6 vlogs edited, plus I did laundry, plus I did, you know, like plus I cleaned the bathroom, plus I had done my my Meyer list, you know, like that kind of stuff. And then today I was like, we cut some plywood and laid it down and like secured the wall upstairs, and like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel as like rewarding, I guess, than like I did yesterday. And like, you know, again too, like I was looking at my planner, I'm like, I checked everything off the list, you know, that I had for today, but it just doesn't feel as satisfying, I think, as yesterday. So that's why I feel like we didn't do quite as much. But again too, I still got to everything. And like I was saying too, I still had time for myself and me and Jack getting to, like I say, you know, like we were playing the game and, you know, that kind of stuff today also. And then also too, like I watched the Cubs game out in the living room. I could have come in my room and watched it and then edited while I was doing that, maybe got to a couple extra vlogs that I edited. But you know, I was again spending family time out in the living room, which is funny though because about halfway through everybody ended up leaving me. So I was just out in the room. Well, no, my mom was out there still, but for the most part I was like, you know, she wasn't really paying attention. She was actually reading a book at one point. And so like Jack, who kind of cares about baseball, my dad, who does, like they both ended up leaving. And so I was like, okay, like nobody to cheer with or, you know, anything like that. It was just kind of, you know, I could have probably come in my room and, like I said, just edited. But you know, like I said, it was nice to kind of, I guess, get out of the same 4 walls that sometimes I'm in. Like yesterday I spent a lot of time in here, like I said, because I got a lot of that done yesterday. It was just I spent a lot of time in my room, and then today while I was out of my room more, like I said, I didn't get quite as much done. And that's kind of how it goes, depending on how much time I think I spend in my room is how much extra stuff I get done on my planner, like more editing and uploading. But then too, because of that, I tend to be like, oh, what else do I need to do? Oh, I need to do dishes. Oh, I need to do laundry or whatever. Whereas like again too, it's like on the weekends, normally if we have like a big project going on, I'll feel productive about that, but like I won't get to any of the other little things because I'm either not checking my planner or like I'm just not like I said, like in my room, so I'm not editing and uploading and that kind of stuff. So like I said, it kind of depends on more how much time I spend in my room is how much I actually end up getting done during the day, and like how, you know, again to how much of the stuff or what things I get done. And again to checking off, you know, things on my planner and staying on top of that only really happens when I'm near my planner to be able to see the stuff that's on it. So Anyways, guys, I will see you all in tomorrow's vlog, though. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see you ever since Shiny Faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.